As our cities grow, large parcels for recreation become more and more scarce, especially for central parks. Many of our state leaders have long urged us to seize the moment when key lands become available for parks. One of the most famous pieces of land in North Carolina may soon present such an opportunity. Perhaps you know the name Dorothea Dix. No person in America had a greater influence on the treatment of individuals with mental illness than this extraordinary woman. In the 1840s and 1850s, she lobbied state legislatures in New England, the Mid-Atlantic, and the South on behalf of the mentally ill. At that time, there was almost no understanding of mental illness or the knowledge to treat it. Dorothea Dix and her call for reform in the treatment of mental illness reached North Carolina in 1848. Her first attempts at reform failed to get enough votes in the General Assembly. On reconsideration in 1849, her impassioned plea was heeded, and construction of a new facility was begun on an extraordinary piece of land, a hilltop just south of the city of Raleigh. The property was named Dix Hill, and the facility opened its doors in 1856. But it would be another 100 years before Dix Hill Asylum would officially be named Dorothea Dix Hospital. The unique vista and healing powers of this site are still evident today. In recent years, as new mental health facilities authorized by the General Assembly began to come online, Dorothea Dix was slated for closure. A number of visionaries from Raleigh and other parts of the state saw in this property a unique, once-in-the-life-of-a-city opportunity.
People now come, the good industries come, many of the high-tech things that pay a lot of money, come to places where people want to live. Beautiful places, enjoyable places, where they can have good recreation, obviously where they have good education. So having the 300-acre Central Park in our state capital will be something that will really add to the attractiveness and the economic vitality of the city of Raleigh and the whole state of North Carolina.
In my conversation with one of the best-known North Carolinians, former Governor Jim Hunt, I asked him how important it is to honor the legacy of Dorothea Dix at this historic location.
As much as I want us to have this beautiful 300-acre Central Park in Raleigh, I also want us to keep the name or in some way an attachment to the legacy of Dorothea Dix. It's been known as that for all of my life. It was a time when we really decided to be humane, to treat people with mental illness, as we then called it, like human beings. And we can be so proud of what North Carolina did in that way, and we did it because she taught us about it. I think keeping that name and an association with that legacy is very important.